Alright, hello and welcome back. This is the Siberian here with another battle replay in Empire 2 Generals. This is a battle on the map of Fraustadt that I actually got to participate in. This was a fun 2v2. I am way back here at the actual town. Somewhere there's a Saxon. Ah, there he is. That's my Saxon Field Marshal. On my team is Raphael, who is Sweden. We can spot some early Swedes. He spawns right here, so I'm like a reinforcement, and the Austrians and the Ottomans are together pushing. This one is quite an interesting. We've been on a run of Sweden just being undefeatable, and this is one of the first few where it's a close thing. Sweden doesn't just dominate, so it's a good tactical replay, and yeah, it's a fun one to watch. I also have the sounds mod that is now available for the multiplayer and the single player version of the mod. So that's why these cannon sounds are so chunky and nice. Yeah, giving it a try, seeing how it sounds. In general, I really like the sound. I think the musket fire could be mixed a little bit louder. But in general, it's a good sound type. Now this is a battle in the early time period, so there's no shrapnel shot. Which does mean cannons aren't quite as brutal as they can be when there is shrapnel shot. And look at all that Ottoman force. Alright. And right off the bat, we got Austrian hussars, or Hungarian ones, rather. Going for a sneaky charge on the artillery and being met. Swedish Cossacks. Oh yeah, that's some brutal artillery hits. Oh, it looks like there was some friendly fire on the Swedish cavalry there. That's unfortunate, because that's... Oh, and it's happened more. Oh, and that breaks his own troops. That's a big bummer for Sweden. But he is getting his line infantry up into position behind this cover. And this artillery is blasting gaps. The Austrians there. Brutal. But look at all this Austrian cav that's making the flank, and I am, still just making my way forward. Finally rushing some cav to try and support, but alright, we got a lot of Austrians here pushing hard. Oh. Look at that. Oof. That is brutal. Charging in. A little laggy here. Absolutely brutal, but there is some more cavalry coming, so it looks like Austria here put full priority on taking out these Swedish 3-pounders. Now we have some close range, some friendly fire, close range, volleys going through. rally will be good. Oh, they targeted this one. Let's see. Oh man, just a big cavalry push. We have some Cossacks still hanging on there. Saxon cav now getting flanked by all this Austrian. Over on this flank, we have another cav engagement. Ottoman cav going against Swedish hussars. That artillery hasn't even set up. Oh. And this line battle is so brutal at such close range. But Austria just went for it. That was very aggressive. Oh. It looks like Saxon cav now in the fray, but they're probably not going to last very long. That is a skirmish cav. Really, I was just trying to hold up as much flanking cavalry as I could to give our units a chance, but just look at this. Flag bearer's staff in the air. That's funny. Oh, that was a wet sounding hit. Oh. Oh man. Swedes returning fire. Maybe getting a little friendly fire there. Austrians breaking. Now this is where the Swedes excel, is these hand-to-hand combat situations. Oh. They are willing to fire into their own troops to take out some Swedish troops. The cavalry so far has been Austria's strongest play, pushing hard. Further back here, we now see more Austrian cav and Ottoman cav. Seeing the first Saxon infantry. Some Swedish hussars have formed up. I don't think the Swedish general realized that there was troops there. Meanwhile, on this flank, we got more Swedish cav and Ottoman cav. They really had a lot of cav. Oh, canister going in. Got all that cav lining up. There's the first of the Saxon troops. Oh, we got some Swedish breaking. At high cost. High cost for sure, but alright, the Austrian hussars or Hungarian hussars come crashing in. The Swedish elites, but oh man, they're just keeping up as much pressure as possible. Oh, here's some Saxon lancers. Trying to get a good charge off. Let's see if they can do it. Yeah. Some Saxon grenadiers getting a good shot off as well. More Lancer Guard there. Let's check back to this firefight. Oh, just look at the casualties. Oh, that's brutal. Oh, they're closing the range. But they're getting shot at point blank. Swedes struggling, though they've caused horrific casualties. It is, it's not been an easygoing thing. Here we have Saxons, Ottomans, and Austrians all tangled up in melee. Cavalry. Saxon heavy cav there. And more Saxon infantry. Oh, my key was sticking. There we go. Oh, having a W key issue. There we go. Let's look back at this line battle and just, oh. You can just look at this. Oh. My goodness. Those are some brave Swedes advancing like that. What are they going for, I wonder? Is he gonna charge? Oh, they're just walking into it. That might have been a misclick there. But they kept their cool all the way into contact with the enemy. Finally making a breakthrough on this flank. Meanwhile, the Saxon Lancers have cleared out some Ottoman and Hungarian cavalry. But look, in the distance, what do we have? But Ottoman masses here. Now, these troops aren't great morale, so it's not like that's unable to be defeated, but we have some serious issues on the this right flank, and my troops are just now getting to it. Even spot, oh, for a second, some Saxon artillery. Some Ottoman horsemen are seen off by heavy cav. Oh, these Ottoman horsemen and infantry, elite infantry, are just crashing into this flank. And Sweden is selling their lives dearly, but they are slowly getting folded in. Alright, Saxony helping take out some Austrians again, hoping to relieve the pressure. But more cav coming in. Look at that. And just more infantry. And the Swedes are breaking. Slowly, slowly, they are. But my goodness, are they taking a lot with them. Austrian Landwehr and Guard Grenadiers in the melee. Wow, I'm surprised those guys haven't broken. Cavalry engagements. Let's see. And still this massive Ottoman force just marching ever onward to the flank. Alright, German Grenadiers charging in, along with some heavy cav here. And that will cause some serious morale issues. I may have trampled some of my own troops, but that's okay. Not too many. It's not too bad. See, back to this frontline firefight. Man, Sweden just does not give up. Oh, the casualties were so heavy in this close range firefight. They're even now breaking this flanking unit. Sweden is very powerful. Probably a bit too much so. They're gonna need some balancing. Alright, Austria has a couple of hussars and some Ottoman riders to a couple Lancer guards, a heavy cav. Alright, now they're breaking. Ottomans still moving. Oh, spotting some Saxon Landwehr back there. Looks like the Swedes are winning on this front. Wavering. Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, those guys, they killed them, but man, took heavy losses. Probably from their own side too. There's some Swedish elites here, surrounded by cav. And looks like we've finally gotten the Hungarian cavalry away. Oh, some Hungarian cav attacking my sharpshooters, who are going to be lose that engagement pretty horrifically. Oh, and my grenadiers managed to shoot him down and scare him off. Let's see. More Saxons. These Swedes have won the engagement, but they're out of formation here. Austria, though they've lost a lot, they've done a really good job of keeping constant pressure on the Swedes, and that's slowly wearing them down. They're using superior numbers really well. Oh, we got some, I don't know what these guys are doing. Shoot them. Charge them. Well, that didn't work out, but a couple shots off. And the Saxons are finally showing up. Swedes stabilized that left flank, but it looks like they're pulling back across the river. And there's just so many Ottomans, man. All right, let's see what we got here. Ooh, Ottoman 12-pounder. That's a dangerous thing right there. That can break a lot of troops. All right, the Austrians have finally taken the field works at a heavy cost, very heavy cost, but I think it was worth it for them because, I mean, they really weakened Sweden, being able to do 2 to 1. Well, at least 1.5 to 1 or 1.25 to 1. And these Ottomans really committed to that flanking maneuver. We have a little lull. I'll fast forward it here for a moment. Let's see. Well, while we are waiting for the fast forward to happen, I can inform you guys of the ongoing campaign we have happening. So far, one turn has passed. We're in our second turn, and there's probably going to be battles this second turn, so I'll make some videos coming up on that. It's a much more in-depth campaign than the last one. A lot more variables and things you can change and influence. So if you guys are interested in either participating or just observing it, hop in the Discord and you can have a minor or a major role, or just observe it, whatever you want. It's a lot of fun. Anyways, let's go ahead and just hit play, or at least slow fast forward. These guys are kind of hidden down in the trench. Alright. Lines are kind of forming up here. We got some Swedish Cossacks taking on some Ottoman Cav. Cossacks don't hold up though. They're really more of a skirmish Cav. These guys are a lot heavier. Armed and armored. Saxon Field Marshal. These guys are finally getting shots on these Swedish. Ottoman Cav withdraws. Got some skirmishers taking pot shots. None. Killed a couple. A few. 8. 4. Oh, quite a few. Alright, so they haven't been completely useless. They've been getting some kills. Taking their shots, although they're getting dangerously close. Alright, and now the Saxon militia is forming up opposite. And they got some 6-pounder guns. Oh, come on, W key. Make me go sideways for this. Well, that's irritating. The W key is not working again. Let's see what the artillery does. These are some thick Ottoman lines. I don't know if they're waiting for canister, maybe. Getting a couple hits there. Oh. Yeah, that did some damage. These guys are still pretty confident. That's impressive. Impetuous, wow. A lot higher morale than I thought they had. Pretty quiet on the rest of the front. Skirmishers are withdrawing now. We'll see. Looks like Ottomans are sending 2 units to try and charge this battery. See if they can get it. Oh, too much. Come on. It's really irritating. The W key thing. I gotta get that fixed. It was working. Ooh, volley off. Ooh. And they're close to that red line, so if they route here, they're most likely not coming back. It looks like these guns are limbering up. I'm gonna try and get out of there. Landwehr is reforming the line. Go scoot backwards over to here. Any changes? Nothing yet. Still quiet. We've got some Ottoman cav moving on the flank. But we got a general Saxon Ottoman engagement here. These are thick Ottoman units, man. That's a lot of troops. Alright, they're trying to catch these guns who are withdrawing. The field marshal is himself conducting their defense. Who will get there in time? That's the question. That is the question. Looks like there might be some action over there, so we'll go catch that in a second, but gotta see who will get the guns. It looks like, ooh, Field Marshal taking some losses, but he slowed down the Ottomans enough that they're not gonna make it. Austria reforming. Ooh, got the artillery here, moved up again. Oh, the Saxon heavy cav is moving towards those Ottoman horses. And let's see. Got Hungarians trying to maybe exploit this little gap here. Oh, and we're seeing more Saxon lines. Infantry this time. Artillery is way over there. Keep an eye on this. Got two cavalry units. Oh, is this a Swedish cav charge? Nope. Just moving forward. Looks like we will have the Ottomans going in for the charge. And so they'll get that initial charge bonus. These are some heavily armored calves, so they will last a long time in an engagement. Hey, moving forward. Look at that. Oh. Kind of. There we go. Hey. And looks like the Janissaries have broken to a Saxon countercharge here. The guns have been withdrawn successfully. The Ottomans are not great in melee or in gunfights, but they have so many troops they can just outlast. What is this? It looks like the cuirassiers have broken and is now chasing off that Ottoman cav. These lifeguards are not winning their engagement, which is a bummer. It's 2 versus 1 and it's militia. Not a great spot to have them, but oh, and we got an Ottoman push right here where the sharpshooters are. They're sending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units all stacked up. I do have some grenadiers in reserve. I have some Austrians back there. All right, and here it goes. They charge in with their swords. Oh, get a good last minute charge there. Two units going for 1, so that's gonna actually slow them up a bit. Are these grenadiers still in place, ready to hold if they need to? Field Marshal going over to rally the troops. Alright, now the sharpshooters are getting charged. This is becoming intense. Let's look over here. Okay, still just kind of holding. Look at that. Yes. The Ottomans are in the fray. Stuck in. Surprised those guys didn't. Oh. Risking the friendly fire to get some good shots off. And now they charge on the flank, straight ahead. Got more grenadiers moving up. These guys look like they may try to fire into the melee. Oh, they're wavering. Grenadiers trying to make it to these Ottomans, and they do. So far the Saxon counter push is actually going pretty well. Lines are holding here, artillery's moving up. Austria is now engaging across the front and pushing towards this gap that's forming. And now rushing in some final little bit of heavy cav and general's bodyguard. These Janissaries are not going down quite so easily. And here come cav. Oh, they didn't keep charging. They slowed back down. Let's see if the Grenadiers get a shot off. That would be big if they could. Oh, they're not all reloaded. Oh, that's a bummer. They're gonna take heavy losses here. Oh, they did get a last-minute volley. But they took heavy losses themselves. Sending in the field marshal. This is pretty desperate. Further along. Still steady. Quite sending him in, but oh, putting him right there near the fray, probably to rally the troops. Just gotta break this cav in general. Germanic Grenadiers still there. These militia have held very well. That's a big bonus for us. And this artillery piece is causing the Ottomans to shift, redeploy towards this weakened spot. Alright, Hungary. That's my Germanic Grenadiers. Got some infantry, heavy cav, and general's bodyguard still surviving, man. And my field marshal is now wavering. That's not good. That's not good. Alright, Field Marshal is broken, so he is out of the fight for now, and that's gonna hurt the morale of the rest of my troops. This flanking charge isn't gonna go good either. Got some Grenadiers charging in. Oh, good artillery hit. Need as much of that as possible as Saxony. Final Saxon reinforcements there. fight. Looks like Sweden's mostly out of ammunition at this point. Man, these Cav have just been frustrating. They don't die. Alright, we got some Ottomans breaking, but it's also some Saxons breaking. And some more Hungarian Cav. Really a mix. Nobody's really holding too firm, but it looks like the Ottomans get the win out of that, and now they have their Cav there to sweep up and keep these troops from reforming. There's some Saxon infantry kind of making its way to help out. But that was a good push by the Ottomans on that hinge point there. And moving away from this artillery, another smart play. And so after pushing back the Swedes from here, now the Saxons are getting pushed back on this flank as well. Oh, those are tempting targets, aren't they? And the Ottomans are not letting up. Going right in for... Oh. That Cav is finding a gap. This is chaotic here. Field Marshal did come back, so he's not dead. It'll help stabilize some troops, maybe. Unless this Hungarian hussars kill him. Yeah, just having Cav in the rear like that is not good, and it's going to cause panic. You have some grenadiers charging and getting shot to pieces. Oh, sad to see. This flank, it looks like Sweden's just going for a push. Heavy Cav is in. Looks like he took out the artillery, but it's getting swamped by infantry. Alright, those grenadiers taking heavy losses, but got kind of a stabilized line battle here, but man, the general just won't die. Down to 17 out of 100 and 9 out of 100. That's crazy. Ottomans looking to exploit the gap even further. And my artillery is way out of position here. Ah, and just so frustrating, these 9 and 8. And they lasted that long. Shooting some Cav. Cav really was a problem. Now they're getting charged in the flank. Not good, not good. Withdrawing some more. Wow. The Saxon heavy Cav, though, showing its worth. Breaking some good infantry there, but it doesn't look like it'll be enough. As the bulk, a large bulk of the Saxon army is breaking now, and the Ottomans are still hefty. Some Saxons withdrawing now. And look at that, they've pushed us off. But we have a bit of a group reforming here by the artillery. So there's going to be some final maneuvering. Sweden's going to make a little bit of a push here, it looks like. Might be getting some friendly fire, but at this point, it is not looking good. Oh, yeah. Yikes. Yeah, those thick lines of the Ottomans are good, but they are vulnerable to artillery. Just look at this. You can see that those close range volleys. That's brutal. But these shock tactics worked. So the Swedes are pulling back. Finally taking out that unit there. But I will go ahead and make a cut for the final stand of Saxony. Alright, I'm cutting back to bring us some Swedish desperation that seems to be working. 2 Swedish units charged this whole Ottoman clump, and it's having an effect. Just a second ago, these guys were wavering, and these these Swedes are really good in melee. So the Saxons are moving up to support them. Good volley. Of course, it's not going to be enough. But look at causing routing. It's like a heroic charge, and that mass rout from 2 Swedish units. Kind of funny. Oh no, my W key is doing it again. Saxon heavy cav though, they form up and shoot at it, unfortunately. So it's a waste of a good unit. Oh, it's painful to see, and it doesn't get out of there very easily because of these hay bales. But look at that, the Swedes using the retreating Austrians and Ottomans as a shield there, just charging all the way in. That's hilarious. Sending in some grenadiers and reforming the line here. The Swedes, oh! Point blank shots are killer. Oh, good stab. It was a valiant attempt, but alas, the Swedes are just about gone. Ooh, good artillery hit. Oh, another good artillery hit. But the cav charging in will probably be the final. Maybe? Oh man, 50 guys. Still holding on. Oh, come on, artillery? Gotta get better hits. That's such a ripe target. Let's see if Swedes can hang on just a little bit longer. Get a few more good artillery hits through that mass of Ottomans. Ah, and they break. Oh, there's a good one. Not too shabby. Ooh, we got a Swedish general getting ready to charge. Oh, that did break a couple. We'll follow the charge of the Swedish general, because I know the outcome of this one. I watched this one in real time. Yikes. Down to 13. That was brutal. Brutal. Alright, from here it's mostly maneuvering. I'll go ahead and make a cut and show us the final moments of the battle. Alright, and so we've reached the ending point of the battle. The Austrians have withdrawn and made a valiant last stand around this artillery piece as the Ottomans and the Austrians are flanking, but this is where it ends, with masses of troops, a tied lines too thick to be stopped by our 3, 4, 5 infantry and 1 artillery piece facing the wrong way. Not for lack of effort, but as this cavalry comes in to take care of... Ooh, that was good. As the cavalry comes in to take care of that artillery piece, the Ottomans go for the charge. Signals that hidden Ottoman cavalry I didn't notice snuck through. They had to do their zigzag formation to try and shoot at them, and it didn't work. And so with the artillery piece gone and cavalry behind the lines, Ottomans charging in, this will signal the end of the Saxon army as we know it. And just like that, there's one more there. I think we were all ready for this round to end, so I just charged him in. Oh, that's some slaughter. Oh. Formed a square. A little unnecessary maybe, but... Oh, and that'll make them break. And so there we have it. It was a great display of how aggression and numbers can be combined to push back a force. So if you look, this is not me playing, I'm playing the Saxon army. This was the Snakes replay. So these massive armies, each individual army was bigger than our biggest army, which is the Saxons. They lost a lot more troops than we did, but they still took the field, which is the most important thing. Looks like for the Austrians, yeah, I think that's right. Austrians got this cuirassier got the most kills. That's a good ratio. Oh, these hussars too. I think they ran down a lot of retreating units. Anyways, guys, very nice battle, very good display of aggression with numbers. Hope you enjoyed this, and please stay tuned for more campaign battles as they start happening. And if you're interested, join the Discord, and there's more chances to be a part of it. Anyways, have a good one, guys. Until next time, bye.